Listen on 88.3 FM, broadcasting worldwide at harperradio.com. Tell your smart speaker to play Harper Radio. A little bit of this, and a whole lot of that.
You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, who the hell else are you talking to? You talking to me?
Sports, talk, guests, and the freak of the week.
You mean, let me understand this, because maybe it's never worked. I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
And now, here they are, Jared DeFada and Joel Berger.
Well, hello, Harper. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the J&J Etc Show. I am your host, Joel Berger. My partner in crime, Jared DeFada, is taking the night off tonight here. I do have sitting in with me here is our executive producer and also host of his own sports show here, Dylan Gavin. Say hello, Dylan.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, I'm the usual. Same old, different day. Running a little bit behind here as usual. Here, go to. I work downtown during the day. Okay, and I got to the train station on time, but my son was late.
Oh, of course.
I mean, he caught me. He called. Okay, he says, "Dad, I'm gonna be running a little bit late here." It's like, okay, how late? It's like, well, I haven't left the Y yet. Now the Y is in Palatine. Okay, the one with the Bueller.
Gotcha.
Okay, hasn't left yet. It's like Hunter, I have a show tonight. Where are you?
Yeah.
So he and I are gonna be having a discussion of a serious nature later on tonight. But we are coming to you live for the next 2 hours here. So lock it on here at 88.3 FM, WHCM. You also can stream us worldwide at harperradio.com. And guess what, folks? You can turn us on YouTube Live if you have YouTube Live here. And check out the J&J Etc Show. I do have a special guest that'll be coming on a little bit later this evening, Mr. Russ Gimmon. He actually visited with us here a couple times in the last year. He is one of my great friends here, a master when it comes to Halloween, and he's also a big-time race car buff, NHRA and stuff here. So he'll be joining us here in the 7:30 half hour or so here. He did say he's running a little bit behind himself. Us 50-something-year-olds here, I mean, we take you take a cat nap here, and all of a sudden you sleep through the alarm. So anyway, but again, so feel free to check us out here on YouTube Live. We do actually have a few things that we are going to be talking about here, obviously in the first half hour. Want to get a little bit of business out of the way here. The thoughts and ideas presented on our show are our own, are not necessarily reflective of the opinions of Harper College, its board of trustees, and of course WHCM. That being said here, I do want to kick the show off here with a quick talk point. Now, again, I don't know, Dylan, if you are aware here, I am of the Jewish faith, and as you know, there's this big tragedy that started here on Saturday in Israel. So I had some quick thoughts on this crisis here. Now, as a Jewish person, I recognize that the struggles that we've been through, and we continue to endure as a people. Okay, I believe Israelis and Palestinians should be able to peacefully coexist. That's just my opinion. Okay. I don't always agree with what the Israeli government stands for, okay? But that all being said, I stand with Israel, okay, against terrorism. there's no place for it. It's, how many times do we have to say never again? It's all of a sudden it's starting to get old, and it's terrible. Went to a prayer vigil last night at my synagogue, and it was real tough. So with that here, I pray for peace. Okay, democracy. I mean, there's so much hate out there, and frankly, it's just boggles the mind. All right, I've said my little piece. I probably could have said it better, but you got the gist of it here.
Could have said it better myself.
So let's talk about what did we see last night. Did you watch the Blackhawks game last night?
I actually wasn't able to watch, but I was able to get some stats down. Of course.
I caught the second, the last part of the second period, and I of course caught the third period. That's when the real action really took place there.
Back.
But I did get to witness Connor Bedard, get his first point.
Yep.
With the assist, and I mean, they definitely played some pretty effective hockey. Now again, it's one game.
Right.
Okay. But obviously you can't go 82-0 if you don't win the first game. Exactly. So nothing but upside as far as I'm concerned.
There we go.
But my real take on it here is this is a very young team.
Oh, absolutely.
And they just need to progress. From game to game. They're actually playing again tonight.
Against the Bruins.
In
Boston.
Yes. So we'll see. See how game 2 happens here. Do you have any stats at all from last night's game?
Yeah. So we got kind of focused on Bedard obviously, but he had 1 assist, which was his first point, and he had 5 shots on goal. And then just the big comeback. We were down 2-1 at halftime and came back to win 4-2. And I saw a little snippet on Instagram where the first face-off, the ref was mic'd up and he was like, "Hey, Sidney," because little past future matchup, Sidney Crosby and Connor Bedard, and he's like, "Sidney, welcome back. Connor, welcome to the NHL." And then they kicked off. It was pretty cool. I thought
that was pretty sweet.
I thought that was really cool.
Yes, I noticed how some of the Pittsburgh players were checking him quite a few times here. Did you see that?
I saw some clips of that. Yeah.
Oh my
a lot. Even that one where he got the assist. Someone came up and he had to spin off it. Did you see it?
Exactly. It was like doing a pirouette there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that was a great game.
Yeah. Excited for this next one. Hopefully I can actually watch it.
Okay. Well, that's part of watching sports here. Elsewhere in sports here, the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
Yes, they finally won a game.
Big game, finally, after 14 straight losses. I told you guys, I held out a little bit of hope. You guys picked the Commanders. Jeff was mad at me. I thought we'd be able to carry on that offense.
You called it.
I called it. I didn't get the score right, but I called it.
Hey, and again, how I mean, hopefully you know how I feel about tanking, okay? I am so against tanking.
I'm right there with you.
Okay, and I know that's the thing that he knows Jeff's not in the studio today because they gave him the night off as well. So Jeff, if you're listening, these are our opinions. Okay, he knows how I'm not giving out the phone number. Yeah. I watched that game and I definitely liked the rhythm.
Absolutely.
The rhythm of the game. I mean, Fields, I don't think he got sacked at all.
I think I can actually look it up real quick.
Yeah, I think he was not sacked at all for the first time the entire game.
I believe. I mean, especially against, like we were saying,
or maybe he was sacked, but he didn't have any. He didn't have any turnovers. I know
he didn't have any turnovers. I know. Right. I know that for sure. I believe he was sacked, but I mean, much much less than normal. So three sacks allowed. But again,
Okay.
we were talking the whole entire time about this defensive line, and to allow only 3 sacks, really, really impressive. And we were talking about the return of Tevin Jenkins. He didn't let up a single pressure. So it was really awesome to see.
Well, meanwhile, on our defense here, we're actually starting to get a little bit healthier. I think Kyler Gordon is supposed to be coming back, and was it Eddie Jackson?
Eddie Jackson and Jalen Johnson actually are all finally participating in practice this week.
So this could be a interesting Sunday coming up here against the Vikings.
And actually, it's with our secondary getting healthy, and they're out. Justin Jefferson, he's going on IR.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That is huge for us. Absolutely huge. Or he was about to go for about 300 yards receiving.
Oh,
but yeah, he's out for not only this game, but at least the next 3. Out.
You gotta love the timing of these things.
Oh, love
right?
it. Absolutely love it.
And the way that I look at it, because I now have a better understanding of the trade that we had with Carolina last year when we acquired DJ Moore, that we basically own Carolina's first pick.
Yep.
No matter what they do. So if they end up taking themselves, we get the pick.
We get the pick. Doesn't matter.
So it definitely is gonna. So even if we start winning, which I
hope we do,
and we're going to have some tough decisions here at the end of the season here if Justin Fields continues to play like he's played the last couple of weeks versus the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, like you were saying, we have Carolina's first rounder this year, and if we still have the number 1 overall pick at the end of the year, and Fields has shown that he's, he can improve and he's been he can stack games back to back like he did with the Broncos and the Commanders, then I think we're looking at another back to back trade the number 1 overall pick. Because number 1 overall, unless we go Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1, which is very, very unlikely, Caleb Williams is going to be the number 1 again, just like Bryce Young was last year. So it would make a lot of sense for someone who's going to want to trade up, and it's going to be much more of a haul this year, in my opinion, than last year. Because I think Caleb Williams is a much better prospect than Bryce Young was, and that's no disrespect to Bryce Young, of course. He was a great prospect. But if we were to get that number 1 overall pick and trade it out again, we get even more value than what we got for last year's.
Point well taken. All right, we are going to take a quick break, but when we come back here, we're going to talk some more Bears. We're also going to, check back, with the MLB playoffs and see if we have any Bulls news to talk about here. Also, I did find out here, Bedard scored his first goal this evening.
Did he really just now?
Yes.
There we go.
Da 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 da. Okay, I can't. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, can't do that here because then we get kicked off of YouTube Live. Anyways, you are. Oh man, we are just starting to go off the rails now. We'll be back here in just a couple of moments here on the J&J Etc Show, WHCM 88.3 FM.
Aren't you tired of hearing the same Halloween songs every single year? Tune in Monday, October 30th at 2 p.m. for the greatest session of Brandon Sam on air. You'll taste the most wickedly diverse, unique Halloween mix with some thrillers from Rob Zombie, Van Halen, and pop beats from Kim Petras, Demi Lovato, and much more. Be there or beware here on Harper Radio.
You are listening to the J&J Etc Show. We'll be right back.
It's official. The Drone Technology and Applications Certificate Program at Harper College has been chosen for the Federal Aviation Administration's Unmanned Aircraft Systems Collegiate Training Initiative. What does that mean? This program allows students to learn how to properly fly drones through online and in-person courses. Begin your journey to receiving your certificate today by signing up for classes at Harper College. Yes, I did say you could get college credit for flying drones.
Get some free popcorn and get a movie with us on this Wednesday.
We are back. It is 7:17 here on a Wednesday evening. Real quick here, I'm going to give you some weather. If you've been outside at all, it's starting to rain. as expected here. So cloudy skies, turning breezy. Some rain is possible at times. Low of around 42. Tomorrow, cloudy and turning breezy. Some rain at times, not all day, thank God. High at 57. Low at night around 50. Friday, rainy and windy. Locally heavy rainfall with some thundery spells is not out of the question. High near 60, but going down to the 50s by late evening. And for your weekend, Saturday, occasional rain, cool, damp, and breezy. Feels like fall already.
Love it.
High at 56. Sunday, for the Bears game at Soldier Field, noon kickoff, you can expect it to be breezy and cool. Once again, some showery spells and passing sprinkles. High around 55. Extended outlook. No significant warm-ups in sight. Probably have to wait till spring of 2024 for that.
Yep.
Yeah. So
About that time.
Yeah, it is. So as I alluded to at the right before our first break, Connor Bedard has his first goal tonight here.
Love to hear
The
that.
score is tied up 1-1 here in the first period. And let's see. What's going on in the MLB playoffs here? I'm
MLB
noticing a lot of
playoffs.
potential upsets coming.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, the Rangers swept the Baltimore Orioles. So they're going to be able to face the winner of the Astros and Twins matchup, which is going on right now. And the Twins were up 1-0 last time I checked. I'll make sure that's still the case. But if the Astros win this game, they win the series. And like I said, we'll go on to face the Rangers. And I can't spell. It's
That's all right.
now.
Ooh,
Houston's back 3-1. Bottom
yeah?
of the fourth.
Okay. And then on the National League side.
National League side, Phillies were taking it to the Braves 7-2 at the top of the sixth right now. I don't know if there was a viral clip yesterday. Castellanos hit a deep fly ball to the center. It got caught at the wall, and Bryce Harper was already rounding second and got caught trying to run back to first
double
base.
play all the way from the outfield.
Yes.
How you like those apples?
End the game.
To end the game.
And yeah, I mean,
Oof.
I saw from a bunch of people it was so surprising that, especially it being Bryce Harper, their superstar and a guy whose baseball IQ is just off the charts, to be rounding second on a ball that could have been caught.
Almost reminds you of Bill Buckner, the thing that fell going underneath his legs there against the Mets in the World Series of 1986.
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that. I was not alive for that.
That's right. This is way before your time. I'm sorry.
But I do think I've seen that before. But
I'm sure you'll find it somewhere on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But talking about Bryce Harper, he's absolutely redeeming himself this game. He already had 2 home runs in this game, one a towering 3-run shot that went 408 feet, and that series is tied 1-1. So still working on that one.
Okay. All right. So we are. Let's see here. Yeah, Russ told me he is on his way.
Phillies are now up 10-2, actually, at the end
Phillies
of the game.
are up 10-2?
10-2 on the
Wow.
Braves.
Wow.
6-run third inning.
Awesome. Anything on the Bulls that you can tell me?
On the Bulls, we got a game tomorrow against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. It's still a preseason game, so nothing crazy. Let's see. 3 breakout Bulls to watch. What is this? Oh, Quentin Jackson. I actually heard about him. He had a really nice poster dunk in the first Bulls preseason game against the Bucks. Which, I mean, speaking of the Bucks, of course Damian Lillard had to go to the Bucks. Why couldn't he just go to the Heat? He had to come into our conference.
Yeah, of course.
But Quentin Jackson's a guy to look out for, and Kobe White. Kobe White's a guy that I've liked for a long time, actually. And, he was in a lot of trade rumors last year with just how many guards we have on this team.
So do you think he has a breakout year this year?
I sure hope so. If he doesn't, I'd be fine with trading him away. I think we can get some good value for him. But, he's a really good player, and I really like watching him play. He's getting better at controlling the floor, and if this is his breakout season, then,
All right, so what's your take on the fact that it didn't seem to me like the Bulls did much of anything in terms of the offseason.
Absolutely
they pretty much,
no.
Other than they re-signed the Vooch for 3 years.
Which, Vooch, that,
I mean, I like Vooch. I mean,
I do.
I love
I
the
do.
Vooch. Okay, but now you're going to be paying him all this money. Okay, you need to get him more involved in the offense now.
Absolutely.
You can't just let him stand around and not get involved.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, yeah, $60 million over 3 years. Like, he can't just be a just solely rebounding guy. Like, we gotta incorporate him into this offense now if we're paying him all this money. And I mean, he's already 32, so I mean, we got him under contract till he's 35 years old. So I don't know. I do like Vucevic. I think there maybe could have been a better option at center. It's something that we've kind of been struggling with for a while, the center position.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Obviously. I don't know.
Yeah. It's gonna be one of those wait and sees here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So game tomorrow, preseason for the Bulls against the Nuggets, and I definitely watch out for Kobe White. He's a player.
All right. Okay. So let me first of all take a quick look. There was something else I wanted to share, but and this would sort of fall in line here with, because we do our weekly Freak of the Week here.
Right, yeah.
So I think I may actually have to go ahead and bring it in right now, because there's definitely a couple of freaky stories that you won't even find them on the internet here, because they actually literally just happened here like in the last 24 hours or so here.
Sweet.
So with that in mind here, let me just do this.
It's time now for the J&J Etc Show. Freak
of the Week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the freaks of the weeks that I actually have here, and again, I don't even have any of it typed up or written out here, because I can pretty much talk about them.
Oh, okay. Sweet. All right.
So and they actually sort of just relate to me. Well, not to me, but you know what I mean. Anyways, so we'll start off with yesterday. Yesterday, I think like probably around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. I work downtown. Okay, I mentioned that to you. Anyways, so I'm on the 27th. I'm on the 21st floor, and you can pretty much hear sirens going off. You know, the ambulance or fire engines. You can hear those sirens,
right?
Even from way up above.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing a lot of sirens going off. And I see coworkers all walking over to the window. Okay, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And there's this guy scaling another skyscraper across the street from our office.
Like no harness, no nothing, just
no harness, no nothing.
How?
I have the pictures to prove it.
What?
I do. I'm not sure if it's going to show well here on YouTube, but I have it right here.
Was he going 007 mode, suction cups all the way up?
It didn't look like it was the suction cups, but I got to tell you. Let's see. Oh, here. I took some video of it here. Take a look at that. See for yourself. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. It was the Accenture building, which is like off of Madison Street there, downtown Chicago. And I'm not sure if it was some sort of a fundraising stunt or what. I never actually got the full gist of the. But we were watching it. And it's like no harness, one false step, and he is
done.
Okay. And I go and I'm just watching this, and he gets up to like the second, that second tier.
Yeah.
Obviously, once he reached the top, he was summarily arrested and taken away in handcuffs.
Of course.
So got his little 15 minutes of fame here. And I'm seeing drones, flying around there, and I'm seeing, helicopters flying by. And it's like, wow.
It almost looked like like hooked up behind him were like chalk bags for like rock climbing. So I mean, like
you think that
climbing rocks wasn't enough for him,
right? And again, well, there's a related story many years ago. You again, way before your time. You ever hear of Spider Dan?
No.
Okay, so Spider Dan, he was climbing up a skyscraper many years ago in a Spider-Man costume.
Okay.
And of course, he gets arrested.
Right.
I guess you had to be there, right? But yeah, that's what this story reminded me of. Okay.
That's insane.
You're telling me. I was glued to it. I was on a break
Absolutely.
when I went to see take this video, and I was just glued. Obviously, don't want to see the guy fall.
No.
But I'm thinking it's like, how did you even make it this far
in the first
place?
Yes.
So, yeah, that one was
unbelievable.
Weird. That was very, very unbelievable. So, my other freak of the week story related to my own house.
Ooh.
So yesterday I'm at work, and I get a phone call from my wife, and she says, "Joel, we got bees in the house. What are we gonna do about them?" It's like, what do you want from me? I am downtown. I am not coming home to help you kill bees.
Yeah.
It's like, get Hunter, get on it.
Yeah.
Just it's like, and she's like, well, where are they coming from? Where are they? It's like, I don't know.
I'm not there.
Right. It's like, so I said, get Hunter, have him get the bees out of the house, and I'll look at it later on. So we come to find out that there is evidently there is a beehive growing, or not growing, but evidently stationed right underneath, I guess, the lip on the outside of the house.
Ooh.
And again, I've got pictures.
He's got
I mean, we can't. I know it's hard to show this stuff on again on YouTube, so I apologize to my YouTube viewers here. It's like what is he talking about?
He's got the proof, and he's got an alibi.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we let's see. Here she said to me here. Hang on. Oh yeah, here it is. Here you can see the bees flying around there and everything here.
Yep.
I mean, are you kidding me? So of course we call our landlord, and he's like, "Well, it looks like you didn't clean the place very well." And I'm like, are you really? That's the first thing that comes to your mind. It's like we didn't clean the area enough. It's like, what do you? It's outside.
Who cleans the outside of their house?
Well, I guess maybe he expects us to do power washing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have the hose to do that, nor the know-how to do that. I mean, So my wife, says, "Oh, Joel, this would make a great freak of the week." Like, sure, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Man,
that is your abbreviated freak of the week.
That's unbelievable.
Oh. Okay. Jared, if you're listening, I think we found our producer. Yeah, I watched Jared try to call the hotline here. It is 7:30. We are going to take a break, and hopefully we will have Russ here pretty soon. Here he is like the master of everything Halloween, and I definitely have got some stuff to talk to him about and ask him about. So, but we will do that here on the flip side here at WHCM 88.3 FM, where. I guess I should say the ID, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Yes. You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees, and we'll be back in a flash.
I see you, weary human, hearing loads of my light and longing to be
Is it alright if when Russ gets here?
Allow me.
Huh?
Is it alright if when Russ gets here I knock it out?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you don't have to stay unless you want to. Of course. They have a beard.
He did.
You know that feeling? Like every door is closing and you just can't see a way out? Being unemployed, underemployed, or just out of school can feel like that. But when you find the right tools, suddenly everything just clicks. FindSomethingNew.org offers resources that help develop new skills. Skills that can position you for careers in today's growing industries, from healthcare and manufacturing to cybersecurity and alternative energy. Find your path to a new career at FindSomethingNew.org. A message from the Ad Council.
Yeah, can't swear.
Really?
Oh.
So I should get that out now.
Yeah, right.
Because you're live on the air saying things.
Time now for your Wednesday evening routine. J&J Etc Show. Hey, don't turn that dial. More J&J Etc Show is next on 88.3 FM WHCM.
Something, and I woke up going.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in an extreme flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at ready.gov/plan. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The time is now 7:34 evening, WHCM 88.3 FM. Again, you are listening to the J&J Etc Show. And can you hear out of that? Okay. Now speak into it.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to the show, Russ.
Hello, Joel.
How you doing?
Trick question.
Are you awake?
I am.
You are?
I
okay.
am awake.
That's good.
Today was a busy day at work, so.
Yes, well, you know, it's heating up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You like that?
Yes, I like that, Joel.
I try.
Yep.
I try.
Yep.
So, obviously, Jared's not with us this evening here. He decided to take the night off, but I'm sure he is listening.
Hello.
Yes.
Got my radio voice today, too.
Do you? It sounds like it.
Yes.
It sounds
We're
like
team on the low pipes here.
Oh, right. So, the last time we had talked, and then we talked about the whole racing thing here, but I want to really talk about, obviously, it's that time of year again, Halloween. Ooh. You know, time to scare the crap out of people and, you know, stuff like that.
Literally.
So, yeah. So, obviously, for some of our listeners who, you know, might not have tuned in last year, again, just to give me a quick recap here, is your claim to fame with Halloween.
Well, this is my 28th year of doing something Halloween. I started 28 years ago, Halloween night, just as a stuffed monster, scaring the neighborhood. And it progressed, well, scaring a person that night, and then after I scared her, I was hooked. And then that progressed into building a haunted house in my front yard and having the neighborhood over pretty much and several others, and then to haunted house at Santa's Village for 6 years. And then from there, I went to Nightmare on Chicago Street. And then from there, now I'm hanging out at Terror Roulette.
Terror Roulette. Okay, so tell me about what you can tell me about Terror Roulette. I would. You were gracious enough to invite me and my family to
a really rough night.
Well, okay, it might have been rough to you
because it was it was
a dress rehearsal.
It was a first time in front of anybody rehearsal.
Okay,
so that's why I say I know it was a rough night because things didn't run the way they are currently running. I'll just put it that way. Oh, what we have done.
Now I have to go back and come see it.
Wait,
again.
Now I got to give, let's get some history between me and you. Joel came in
8 years ago.
8 years ago to Santa's Village and was my candy man.
Want some candy?
See why I kept him. He had a small office that he liked to listen to the AM radio to see if the Cubs were winning or not in September and into October. It went well one year.
Yeah. Well, actually,
not while we were doing it, but it did go well one year.
Well, wait, did we do? I did 2 years there, didn't I? With you, or was it just 1 year with you?
No, it was 2 because I had Hunter, I think, a couple years in the hole.
So the second year, that was the 2016 when they won it all.
You would have been with Fables at that point.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yep. I think I had 2 years with you because I know I kind of remember Hunter's positions, and he started over there, and then he went over there, and then we'll put him over there because we could trap his body just with his head out.
Right.
Hunter is Joel's son, for anybody that doesn't know, and Hunter was very young at that time and wild, and I asked Hunter, in a very safe place, Hunter, just hang your head out here. And it was safe. And then as I was doing my tour through the haunted house, Hunter says to me, "Hey, Russ." "Yes, Hunter." "I got hurt." "Why'd you get hurt?" "Somebody kicked me in the head." "Well, why'd they kick you in the head? Were you in the hole?" "No." And it was a life-changing moment for Hunter at that point.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
Stay in the hole, Hunter. Stay in the hole.
Yes, that knocked some sense into him for sure.
Yes. So, and that's where every year we've pretty much done something together since then, you and your family, and I really appreciate that. Nightmare, we've done the trailer several times. We were several different characters. You've been up on the wall with the airplane.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Waving to people, hi, because that's about all you could do from way up there.
That year, I remember that very well because I had a bum ankle at that time. I could barely stand, let alone scream. I was in so much pain.
But night. you did hobble along that wall somehow. I remember looking up and seeing Joel. In fact, there's a picture of me looking up at you. Because I know I'm looking up at you guys. Because I'm like this. What else would I be doing but looking at you guys?
Right. So, yeah, those were some laughs.
Yes. So, yes, going to Terror Roulette. Terror Roulette is I got involved with it because a friend of mine wanted a haunted house. And we went to the trade show down in St. Louis back in January. Mm-hmm. And he had some scheduled meetings with people to build a haunted house that, were interested in helping him build a haunted house. He was looking for me to do it, and I went, well, wait a minute. Can I retire as your heating guy? And they said no. And I said, well, there's no way I can do this then. Unless I can do one, I can't do the other.
Right.
At least I got enough brains for that this time around, Joel.
Hey.
We smartened up a little bit. So
indeed.
With that, he had talked to these people. Eventually got a contract with them, and they built Terror Roulette. So now we have Terror Roulette at the Barrington Arboretum, and Terror Roulette is a different kind of haunted house from what people are describing. I can describe it, but I'm in it, so I don't want to give too many things away. But describing it from others, it's a unique haunted house because of the theatrical experience that you're having. You're not just going into a room and we're going, boo, and then you got to leave right away. No, we spend some time with you. And when we spend time with you, we get creative with that time with you, of course.
Right.
And it's dealing with your fears, your sense of fear. I was casted as a breaker because of my schedule. They thought I would need some time off, so they wanted to get me out early and blah, blah, blah. Well, due to casting and them not being able to find the full cast that they would like, I became a room guy. And I was a room guy for a different room last week. And I could say for what I did in there, I intimidated people. I got their attention, as I will do, because when you're talking in a voice like this, what else can you do?
Exactly.
So, and the crowbar helped too.
Oh, a crowbar too.
The crowbar that I was holding seemed to adjust their attitude quicker. We'll put it that way. In fact, Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday night. That was the last time I was in the room. Saturday, I was in my room, and we had been going pretty good for a Saturday night. It's still early in the season.
Right.
And, you always, how do I put it? You wait for things to happen that, well, people may lose control of bodily function.
Oh, you know what hit the fan, didn't it?
Well, I didn't find it, but as 5 adults came in my room and stood side by side, all together, like this, Joel, one wall of 5 people, and I wanted to look at them and go, who? But I had to stay in character and do my thing with them and spread them around the room. And as I'm doing so, there's a skit where we can reach through and maybe grab a leg. And when said person did that, that leg was completely soaking wet.
Ooh.
And when that group left, so did the odor.
Interesting.
The odor, and it was it wasn't just BO, we know that. Because BO, I wouldn't go out with somebody smelling like that.
Right.
But I wanted to look at those 5 adults, and they were adults. They weren't kids. They weren't teenagers. These were big adults, and I wanted to say in the worst way, who did it? Who did it? I know I'm smelling it, but it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And of course, because the other actor grabbed her leg, that person's leg, I said, you might want to disinfect. So Terra Roulette is wonderful with all our disinfects. We have a wonderful break room. You wouldn't even believe the break room that we have, Joel.
You have a break room?
We have a break room. It has a tea carousel.
Ooh.
A carousel with tea on it. Where you can spin it and there's all these flavors.
Oh.
And even hot water to make the tea.
Boy, they went all out, didn't they?
A coffee pot that makes coffee.
A coffee pot that makes coffee?
A box that has all kinds of snacks.
So you have I was going to say you got a buffet as well.
A beautiful room to sit in while we break, because we're doing a full house break because we don't have breakers.
Right.
There was 12 or 13, 14 of us that were going to be breakers for the house. Now we're characters for the most part. Because you didn't come in to get a job, somebody else didn't come in to get a job.
Okay, you're gonna throw that. You're gonna throw me under the bus.
Well,
I had stuff going on.
I do too.
I remember I was also recovering from.
Hey, wait, who doesn't have everything else going on? I think I got a few things going on for about 60 hours a week.
Okay, all right.
So
tell you what,
I'm stretching it. I am. I know what I am. So, but either way. It's been fun, going through the rehearsal of learning new characters, going through learning the building, learning how to get through the building, because I've never had to do that. I built it in the past, so I knew how to get through. These I don't, this I've had to learn. The management is absolutely wonderful to work for. Again, they're caring. So.
Yes. I thought a couple of our mutual friends are also involved there. Saw Bob, stepped out there. I even saw Ethan.
Yes, Ethan built it.
So Ethan's like the main one running it then, huh?
No.
He says he built it though.
This was a production company that built this haunted house. Ethan's, I'm going to guess, known through the industry of a good guy to bring in to build a haunted house. So that's how he got there, because he's in charge of safety and any maintenance things that are needed throughout the night.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's really stepped up since the days of meeting him at Fable Studio way back in 16. Because we started, and I worked with him at different projects with Fable Studio because they're hired to do different things.
Right.
And at that time, the Justice ride at Six Flags was just opening up. The ride that you ride on the rail and it does all kinds of things.
Right.
It hadn't opened yet, and during testing they found that the building vibrated too much because of all the sound. So we were hired to come in and put in 119 sound baffles in that building. And I've been in it several times, and if you look on the wall, there's pads like that.
Right.
That are all over the place. I put the majority of them in. Me, Ether, couple other guys, we did all the sound baffles in that building.
Cool.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
You know, and we had to work from 11 to 4 a.m. to do it at Great America.
Wow.
So
long hours.
Go to Great America at 11 p.m. and leave at 4 a.m. It was different. I parked underneath the Eagle.
You parked underneath the Eagle.
I actually, you know, again, Joe, look at me being excited. I'm driving through Great America, and they're letting me. It was almost as cool as going through Santa's Village. You know, because I could drive through Santa's Village anytime. So
cool.
Yep.
We need to take a break.
Let's take a break.
When we come back here, we are going to talk more about Terror Roulette and other things going on Halloween. The Haunted World of Russ Gemmon. On WHCM 88.3 FM, the J&J Etc Show.
It's not that I didn't want to get a degree, but the circumstances and finances just didn't work out at the time. Now I have a job and kids, and fitting in a class on top of that sounds nearly impossible. Maybe it's just too late.
It's never too late to get a degree, Laura, and fitting classes between your responsibilities may be easier than you think. Harper welcomes adult students and offers an adult learning information session to present your options for courses, certificates, and degree programs that fit in your busy schedule. Learn more on the Harper College website.
What if I could tell you that a full-blown wildfire was going to occur tomorrow, right where you live? Tell you exactly which neighborhoods it would engulf and how fast it would do it. The first thing you would do is talk with your loved ones and make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a wildfire will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you make a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait, communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hell, I could have brought my mask in and scared everybody.
There you go.
What if I could tell you when a tornado was going to strike? Of course, I can't, but shouldn't you be ready anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait, communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When you care for a loved one, you take care of everything. But are you taking care of yourself? Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It is 7:49 evening here at WHCM 88.3 FM. Of course, you can listen to us live or via stream here at harperradio.com. Or, hey, why don't you tune in to us here at YouTube Live? We are on this evening here. Myself, along with Russ Gemmon. Jared's taking the night off this evening, so thanks again. Jared actually helped me out with getting the agenda stuff here going. So,
okay,
yeah,
he had a script for you to follow.
Somewhat. I mean, yeah, he actually does here. I mean, it's pretty
elaborate.
Jared does some good work.
Nice job.
Yeah,
he's got columns for you and everything.
Oh yeah,
easy to read, bold type.
Exactly. And hey, he even has special instructions here. Mic's off, mic's on. I mean, I'm impressed here. I mean, we've come a long way. I mean, no, I don't think.
I don't know if you're still telling each other to turn the mics on and off.
Well, no. It's just informational stuff here.
Oh, so, okay.
No, but I'm the one that usually controls the board and everything, and he's usually sitting over there and has the laptop.
He always has the night off when I'm here.
I offered him to join us, but he lives out in Round Lake.
Oh,
okay, so it's a hike. You think it's a hike for you?
Sure, well,
it's a hike for him.
18 minutes on a night like tonight.
Well, that's true, but he deserved the night off.
Okay.
So especially the last couple of weeks, he and I were talking with our other that we've been J-cubed for a few weeks here because of the Bears and everything. So it's like.
The who?
Huh?
The who?
They won a game, Russ.
When?
Last Thursday? Where were you? You were busy.
I was
hunting.
Someplace else at Thursday, but nope, didn't know they played.
Yes, it was a great game. You would have loved it if you're a Bears fan.
I'm a football fan. I'm from Chicago, so I do enjoy the Bears. But I tried to watch them prior to Thursday.
I know it was rough.
How do
you think I feel?
Okay, wait a minute.
I was yelling at the TV, left up and down. I mean, if I had something sharp, I would have thrown it at the TV.
Don't do that. You waste a good TV doing that.
Tell me about it. I know. I had to show some restraint.
Now, see, I caught something early in preseason. One of my friends said the Bears are going to the Super Bowl, and I went, all right.
What was he smoking?
Well, that you never know. Okay. But for some, and I took that as, must be doing good in preseason. Okay, because I don't really follow what they're, I don't.
I mean, I didn't follow their preseason very much either because they really didn't play any of their regulars for very much in the preseason, which I think was a mistake.
Well,
but
I tried, but then I decided to watch them one Sunday, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, and I was glad that
was it the Denver game that you watched, or was it the one before that against the Chiefs?
They were losing horribly. That's all I know. So you tell me, it was Kansas.
It was Kansas City.
They lost horribly, like 45-3, and then they took their starters out, and that's when the Bears finally started scoring.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
That's what I heard anyways, because I was like, how'd they get points? I asked the guys the next day, how'd they actually get points? Oh, they took their starters out, and that's who they were playing against. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, we racked up 11 points. All right.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to the Bears, I went to a game. I actually went to a game last year. It was, I went to the Minnesota Bears game last year. I don't know if we won or lost that game. I think Minnesota won.
Probably.
Yeah. It was at the end of the season.
Oh, they won. Yeah, the Minnesota won.
Yeah.
Because the Bears were in the midst of the 3-14 season there.
Oh, so they couldn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because something happened that day because we got the first round pick. But didn't we give that up for some reason?
Yeah, we went and we traded for DJ Moore, a top line wide receiver.
Oh.
Look
at my face, Joe.
Yeah.
Like
yes,
cool.
So that's
what we're having for dinner tonight. It's
right.
That same look.
Yeah. So we actually own Carolina's number 1 pick here for 2024, and so far Carolina's owned 5.
Oh,
that's bad. So if they continue to lose, even if we actually start winning.
So we want to lose. We still want to lose this year. Is that the goal?
Not my goal. It's my other partner's goal. Jeff, would like to see us, tank for Caleb, but that's a whole different conversation. But the thing is that if Carolina continues to lose, then we would have their number 1 pick.
Oh, so let me just ask you, what week are we on?
Oh, we're only into week 6.
Week 6.
Yeah, so it's still too soon to even talk about it.
16 weeks?
17.
17. So if we do this and they do that and somebody decides it's 12 weeks away, at least 10 weeks away.
Well, it gives the sports people something to talk about.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can change the subject very easily here. That's why we call it the J&J Etc Show.
Okay, see, and I brought up the Bears, so.
That's all right.
We can go drag racing. I got my drag racing gear on.
Oh, hey, we can still go there as well. Again, I mean, yeah. I mean, heck, we can even redo the Freak of the Week here because I'm not sure if you're.
That.
Oh, you missed it. Oh, okay. I'll tell you about it off the air. Okay. Anyways,
we don't need to review now.
Right. So getting back to the terror roulette here. So you told me the escapades of the well, we won't call him a phantom crapper, but
no, I knew it was one of those 5.
You knew who it was.
Yeah, it was a good guess.
Okay, so all right. So without spoiling anything, because you mentioned to me that when we came here, it was like your first time going through it and in front of people,
right?
Getting the rough things out here. So
since then, we've adjusted some things. We adjusted some lighting. We adjusted some scares. just changing the building. The operation's still the same, but we as the actors adjusted with the building that the producers and directors want us to do, because it is a good crew that's running that.
Right.
And after that, it just, as I said when we were doing haunts, get hungry. Remember how the building, after 100 people, would just come alive?
Right.
And we'd sit there and make all those noises waiting for people? That's kind of how this building is acting now.
Wow.
It's very hungry. And they want the people, and, each week we're getting more and more, and when we get more and more people, well, you know how that goes. You get better at what you've been taught to act, and then you put your little spin on it to make it better, because you're getting that reaction from the customer when you do this.
Right.
Like I say, and I've told my actors in the past, if I give you this and you make it better and you get a great reaction out of the customer, great. If you're not getting a better reaction out of the customer, back off, start over, and wait for something that we're getting that reaction out of the customer.
Okay.
Do it enough, you're going to get that reaction, and we always have. So that's kind of where, as we've repeated our acts, they've gotten better and better and better. My new room, how do I put this room, is very commanding. Once again, another commanding spot.
Of course.
I've never played this character. Ding, 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 ding. I won't give it away, but there is circus music behind me. And
never pictured you as the C word.
No, and I'm not a good-looking one, because I have a bad mask on. No, a really good-looking mask that people look at me like I'm just warped.
Hideous?
Yeah.
Is that a good word to use?
The other night it was, that's some Hills Has Eyes stuff there, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. So, what we're doing, it's a different experience, because a lot of haunted houses, you walk through very quickly, they boo, you move on. Again, this is kind of a theater experience, because we're
almost seems kind of interactive, wouldn't you say?
More interactive, absolutely, because I had a couple rooms like that in my building that we interacted with them pretty heavy, and they're really, over the top with interaction, because we want you to be with us for so long, and we have so much to get through as our act in that room, and that's what's making the room. The actor to the room. I don't know if there's a storyline that anybody's following. I don't even follow it, and I know the script. So it's there's a baseline there, and it's just twisted. That's all I can say. It's a twisted baseline, and people are saying, I've been to every haunt in the area. This one is different. This one is different than any other ones, which I've been to them all too. I'll say I love Dungeons of Doom, still do, up in Zion.
Right.
But they're a different style haunt. The guys down south in Aurora, they're a different kind of haunt. So this one kind of went out of the cookie cutter side of it, and that's where it's different. So.
Okay. So when we come back, I want to expound upon that a little more here, especially in terms of the crowds that you're going to be getting and everything here, because I definitely have a couple of interesting questions on that here. But you are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. And you are listening to the J&J Etc Show with my special guest, Russ Gimmon. We will be back here in a minute or two, and we will be talking more about haunt stuff.
The Communication Arts Department at Harper College presents Harper Film Series. Starting from September 20th, there will be movie screenings through the whole fall semester. We will be exploring the best horror, western, and noir films. The screenings will take place in room E107 and will start at 6 p.m. This event is free and open to all, so grab a friend, get some free popcorn, and catch a movie with us on this Wednesday.
This is Jet, the driving force behind Dexter's Radio Hour, where every Monday and Friday evening at 6 p.m. you will experience the mind-altering force of genre-bending rock and roll, and whatever this is.
What if I could tell you when a wildfire was going to happen? Of course, I can't. But shouldn't you be ready anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Look through your children's eyes, and you will discover the true magic of a forest.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
These are really nice headphones.
You like those? Yeah. So you got to put them. I got to put them on your ear.
There's a lot of flipping around to them.
Yeah. I kind of like this. You know, nice and snug and everything.
Yeah.
So, and you can pretty much hear yourself. So,
Good quality here.
Yes. Yeah, well, hey, again, we have a nice, high-quality studio here, freshly painted and everything. Much different than the one that you saw last year.
Yeah, this is definitely an upgrade. Definitely an upgrade.
Big time. So we were talking about, again, I guess the level of the performances that are now happening here in Terra Roulette. Now, let me ask you this. What have the crowds been like? I mean, has it been getting really crowded? Like, is there like a long wait?
It's because it's a timed haunted house. We give you, if you buy a ticket at 8 o'clock, you're in right around 8 o'clock because it's that time for you to go through. So I don't work in the front, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I know it's a timed ticket. We've had to wait around till 11:30, 12 o'clock because somebody bought a ticket for the 11:30 time slot. So that's when they go through. They come in at 11:30, and that's their time slot. When we open, we've had those crowds, that couple hour, 2-3 hour crowd that just seems to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a time ticket. So that kind of takes the delay of waiting all night in line for your ticket, basically.
So then have you guys been sold out each night?
Not yet. We're working on it. Early with this haunt, because it's new, we had to get what I would say, I say we because it's everybody's haunted house that's working there. We're all one team as far as we're concerned,
Right.
Staying connected that way. It's good camaraderie all the way around. So I think once the word has got out about us, now people are going to go, hey, let's go there. Because there's some reviews that
I'll give you a free plug right here.
It's to experience, and people are experiencing it. So now we got to be a kid on the block, and they got to know that we're on the block, like everybody else.
Sure.
So hopefully their marketing dollars are working. Being on this radio station, I can say, college kids, come see Terra Roulette. We will mess you up.
Yes, and again, I got literally messed up that night. I mean,
did you?
Well, yes. They decided to have me dress myself up in blood.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. I mean, nothing really. I mean, I looked like a bloody mess when I was done. And,
well, it depends on the roulette card that you got. Because there's many versions of this haunted house.
I've come to notice that.
Yep.
I noticed that. I mean, again, obviously, I'm not going to give anything away.
Right. Right, but the cards tell which way to go.
Okay.
The cards will lead you through the haunted house. As you meet our actors, they will direct you because of this card or that card. I know in my room, in the one room I had, I was looking for a particular card. So that's really hard to do in the dark, in the fog, in the sparkly lights, and find a card.
So let me ask you this here. Now, obviously, it's probably defined by suit, right? Or is it by the actual like Ace of Spades versus Queen of Diamonds? I mean,
yeah, a high card versus that would be all high cards. So those do different things. Again, I'm not a dealer. I'm just dealt the people.
Right. So I guess maybe what I'm getting at here is that, are you getting the same type of, I guess, high card numbers from the designated here? Because I know how I figure out how it kind of split up there.
They may divide it like that to where, Jack, Queen, King, Ace goes over there, and your 10 and lower card goes this way.
Okay.
I know there's a bunch of combinations to this haunt, depending on what card you have. So you could go several times, and you'd never see the whole haunt because of the combination of everything. There's rooms that you didn't get to go to because of your card.
Right.
So, there's more to it.
And you have no way of knowing if you're going to get the... Obviously, if you go multiple times here, you don't know if you're going to get the same type of experience. It can change.
The dealer is a very interesting man. He takes... how do I put it? He's going to quiz you so he can make sure he gets you the right card.
Aha. Okay.
Play with your fear. What are you afraid of? And then, a lot of people, I'm afraid of clouds. He might deal you a special card for clouds. I had one lady, which we don't have anymore in the building, we had snakes because one of the rooms required a snake.
That was a real snake, wasn't it?
Yes, the night you were there, that was a real snake.
So why is she there now? Why? Do I want to know?
The snake is no longer there because we had 3 different acting snakes, 3, and they were treated wonderfully with the most highest respect, better than our actors, and us as actors are being treated very, very well. But they decided to shed all 3 of them at the same time.
Oh.
So, being that unknown time takes to shed, they had to do something with the show because I guess shedding could take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. How do you have a snake as the star of a room if you don't have a snake?
Yeah, that's not going to work out so well.
So that night, like me, I got to meet somebody that said our magic words to leave. And she's standing there. She's back in my room, and I went, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I need to bounce out of here." I said, "Say the magic word." And she did. And then I got to take her out. She was leaving. That's like the pride of our haunted house. We've had several magic words because we do have a magic word that you say, and you'll be left.
Right. I'm trying to remember what that word was for us.
It has...
Oh, the Wascally. Can I say it?
Yeah, because I don't think...
I don't want it.
It's rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. You say rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
Webbit, webbit.
Yep, you say rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. We are going to bounce you out of the haunted house.
Or what if it's like it was ribbit, ribbit, ribbit?
We'll ask you again. Please say
that. Wait, what did you say?
There could be a lot of that. That's where you go, do you want out? In fact, there was one lady in the first room that I had. She didn't want to go through a certain part.
Right.
And I said, "Ma'am, you have to." "No, I can't. There's no way I'm going through that." "But you have to." And she refused, and I opened the door, and she went around it.
Oh, my God.
So we have escapes around things as well. If us as actors, if we have problems, we can get a hold of anybody in the building. Very good safety in the building. We have security all through the building. We have officers waiting. We have a very entertaining bar area, I'll say.
Yes, I find it actually very, very entertaining here.
Because that doesn't have to be, that doesn't give anything away. That's our entry area, so we could talk about that.
Oh yeah, I mean, shot a game of pool.
Fox and the Hare Bar is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Did you meet our bartender?
I did.
Did you drink?
I did take a bit of a.
Oh, you didn't. Did you really?
I took a taste.
Oh.
Tasted like chocolate milk.
Did he go like this?
No.
Oh. Okay.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's a pretty good skit he's got going there.
Yeah.
He's very entertaining up front.
Oh yeah,
Because he is a bar. He is a
bartender by trade.
Bartender by trade. He has.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So he is getting therapy by being able to say everything he's always wanted to say to people while being a bartender.
Ah.
Because in a haunt, you don't have to follow the politically correct rules. That's why they kind of go over his shoulders at times.
The drunken lady, though, that's the piece de resistance. I gotta tell you,
she's a sweetheart. Is she
oh my god! I mean, she definitely played. She buried herself in the part. I'll tell you.
Yep, she is that, and that is what everybody's doing. You know, the front of house was always solid. That's not as hard as the back of the house, I'll say. You know, us in the back. The front, we have to entertain before you come in. But in the back, that's where it really gets serious. That's where we're messing with you pretty good. And, you know, when you had said it was messed up, I wasn't sure if it was messed up because it was opening night. Or did they get you?
No, I mean, I for one liked it. I was impressed with what I saw. Okay. You know, and again, I understand because I knew going in that this was a, you know, kind of like a dress rehearsal. So expect the unexpected. Okay. Yeah, things may not necessarily go according to plan, but you're not necessarily going to know that.
I'm going to sneeze.
Okay.
Dump button. Did we get it?
I turned your mic off.
Oh, okay. I covered my arm.
Yeah. Of course, the whole world saw you do it.
That's all right. It's a sneeze. I wasn't doing anything else.
Yeah, we do have that cough button. I never thought to use it. No.
See, you could have used the button. The cough button. You've never used it.
I've never had to use it.
How about the O button?
Oh, no. We're not going to experiment tonight.
So, in your experience, you've been through different haunts. You've worked at haunts.
Yes.
The time that you spend with the actors, did you notice the difference in that?
I definitely noticed the difference in regards to they were very well played. I mean, they really played with you.
Okay.
The one room with the and again, obviously, I'm not going to give out too much here, but the one that was playing the little girl.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, OMG, and she was definitely a little
that has
over
only
the
gotten
top.
worse.
I'll bet.
Oh, that room, because I was next. I'll say I was next to that room for I don't know 4 nights, and I could hear what they were doing, and then suggested maybe a couple suggestions, and it's definitely gone up. Now I heard that the actor that was playing that one since we opened, his mother passed away, so he had to leave us. I think, as far as I know, he was leaving us to go back to his country to because his mother passed away.
Gotcha.
But the girl is still there. But I don't know how they're going to arrange that room now. But it's only gotten better since you were there, because I worked the door for that room one night. And I would gather the group of 8, and they would come to the door. I'd give them some instructions.
Right.
And then you open that door. And I don't know how many, oh, no way, I am not going in there with her, I heard. Or just the eyes light up, because there's more things around her now. I'll just say that. Many more things, and it only intensified, because there was one object, now there's several objects. And it really made the part better by adding those extra objects, along with some light effects, as we'll say.
So, now, here's a good question, because obviously you encouraged me to audition here, and I actually initially had wanted to. Then I got sick, and then other things went on.
Stuff happens, right?
Life happens.
Yep.
So How many of the actors that you have playing in this haunt are more or less like professional actors versus,
None of us.
Joe Schmo like me?
Most of us are just Joe Schmoes.
Okay.
I'm a Joe Schmo as far as I'm concerned.
Come on now.
But I don't
You're Joe Schmo,
But I don't
deluxe.
do this on a regular basis. You know what I mean? I don't play characters all year long. Well, I guess not really. But no, I don't.
Whatever you say, Freddie.
Yeah, I knew you were joking. Yeah, don't even get me started what they asked me to do at Christmas time. Okay.
Right.
No, so when it's about a 50, because again, them being new in the area, the cast, as you know, working with other haunts or fables, they have their cliques.
Of course.
The group that may work over at that haunt, they're all friends. And if one goes, they all go. And I've heard of that happening. I don't know if it's happened in our haunt, but or Terror Roulette. But the people, some are brand new rookies that never done it. I know one guy that I talked to, I said, "You never done this?" "Nope, never even been to a haunted house." "Why did you audition?" Somebody dared me I wouldn't. So
He did it on a dare.
He did it on a dare, and they hired him.
Wow.
And he's pretty good. He's pretty good. For a guy that's never done it, he's doing very well.
Well, then there's hope for me if I decide to do it next year.
Yeah, there's, for what, and where you are different, Joel, the glare. You understand your voice up and down. Somebody that's never done this, they don't know what to do. Opening, I'll say, our pre-opening night, we had a group in after you. The owner wanted to bring his friends in and
Right.
have a special evening for him.
Uh-huh.
And that night we did very well, but there was some problems. And they go, "Hey Russ, will you do some line entertainment?" Me? Line entertainment? I'd love to. Because line entertainment, you get to go mess with the guests. I have a full house up at the bar. So, of course I want to go up there. You know what I mean? And when I walked in...
Candyland for you.
Kind of, because in the past I had to work my line entertainment. So,
right.
At Nightmare I worked line entertainment because outside of the Nightmare Alley, we had a line a block long.
Right.
Who kept them happy? I did. So, with going up front, because I knew some of these people, I knew some of the family that was part of this, so I just went in and, as I glare into the camera, I moved my hands and I glared and I creeped and I crawled. I didn't just walk in, do. You got to act at that point.
Sure.
And it felt really good because I haven't done that style acting in a couple of years, since probably Freddie. And I lost Freddie, by the way.
You lost Freddie?
Freddie is lost.
What happened?
Lost the suitcase.
How did you lose the suitcase?
Ask again. How did I lose the suitcase? How do you lose something, Joel? You lose it.
Oh.
It went someplace. I think it could have ended up at Nightmare. I don't know. He might have, because I brought the suitcase every year to Nightmare. And I don't know if I walked out without grabbing him one year.
Oh,
and then, you'd think they'd open up the suitcase and go, "Oh, I know who this is."
Or somebody else's, assumed the role.
The makeup, the gloves, the tie, the jacket, the pants, the shirt that hasn't been washed since 2013.
10 years.
And a lot of deodorant on that shirt.
I'll bet.
The best spray available. You know what I'm talking about there, Joe?
Yeah, I do.
The good odor of Freddie. I could recreate him, but I can't recreate what he wore.
No, that's true.
That suit and tie that was deluxe, too.
That was legendary.
It was. I got married in it. The tie was from my first marriage. The suit was from my second one.
Okay, with that, are
we taking a break on
I have to. we're gonna let people just sort of think on that.
It's legendary.
All right, we'll be back here on the J&J Etc Show. Here, don't go away.
I'm on a Netflix trip here on my phone, but who I am is in these episodes. So don't you tell me that it's just a show.
Do you love watching movies?
Do you use TV shows as an escape?
Well, you're not alone.
Take a break from your binge watching and tune into Streamingverse with Chris and Nina,
where we talk about all things streaming.
Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on WHCM Harper Radio.
That's a whole other button that you're worried about.
No, it's...
Let's state the obvious. You're ready to get started at Harper College. At Harper, 100% of your classes will be taught by expert faculty. And Harper is accredited by the HLC, same as U of I and Northwestern University. And even better than those two colleges, you could save up to $63,000 on the cost of your bachelor's degree when you start at Harper first. Classes begin soon. Visit harpercollege.edu/start to find out more today.
Oh, we can't have dead air now, can we?
No, I was going to question that. Joe, it's not talking anymore. Are you going to hit a button?
All right.
I'm just this guy over here. I don't know that, though.
Oh, no. That was sort of like a planned pause.
Oh. Sure it was.
Sure it was. It's Jared's probably listening right. It's like, Joe, what are you doing?
Hit the button, Joel.
Well, like I said, trying to juggle and everything. It's it's not as easy as you think.
Oh yeah, that switchboard looks confusing.
Well, look. Last year at this time would have been a real pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm sort of used to it. So
right.
I mean,
they got you a nice board there. Is that the same board as you're used to?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think this is actually was an add-on. I think they did this when they moved us into the new studio here. So
more buttons
to worry about. Yep. but hey, it's radio.
And YouTube.
And YouTube Live. Yes. So we were talking about
my suit and tie.
Your suit and tie that you legendary and it's lost forever.
Lost forever. All the makeup too.
Now, I sent you something, sort of to kind of pivot here. I actually sent you a video that Morbid would appreciate. I don't know if you still had access to it or if you had a chance to look at it.
I don't. You'd have to remind me.
I think let me see if I still sent it. I sent it to you last week, I thought. Hang on. I think I may have sent it to your Facebook Messenger, which you don't look at very often.
Nope. Should I do that while I'm on the radio?
If you want, you can.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Let me see if I can find how to hit that button because I always hit.
Yeah, it was a TikTok actually.
Oh, great idea for Morbid. Is that what you're?
Yeah. Click on the little link there and see for yourself.
Okay, now I got to continue, and now they're doing things to me. Oh, I love it.
Do you like that?
I see something.
Oh. All right. Mute it. Because
how do you mute things?
Or just turn it off here. Yeah. I forgot the music there. It's like, I don't want YouTube to kick us off of here. So
yeah, we claim no rights to that music.
Exactly. So yeah, it was on there for a couple seconds here. So
looking at that, what I've done to my truck, I don't know if you know what I do to my truck every year for the last 2 years.
I think I saw what you did to it last year.
Yeah, I had to do it again this year.
Did you bring it with you tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll take a look at it when we leave.
Yeah,
tonight
the feet are hanging back out the front of the grill.
Oh, lovely!
Yep.
Yes,
there are 2 legs hanging out the front of my Chevy pickup, and I get quite the looks for that.
I'll bet you do.
They went on Labor Day because I went racing Labor Day, and what happened I don't even know why I put them on. They were from a mannequin. They were the witch's feet from when my mom was the witch at Santa's Village, when she was on her cart. Remember when we did that whole thing?
Right.
they were her feet that the broom held onto. And I took them off there, and I went, this would be kind of funny skit to have two legs hanging out the front of a big old pickup. So I did that Labor Day weekend, and I just thought it as a skit. We were going camping for the weekend. Thought, all right, we'll just do this to be funny. Well, it was quite funny driving down there because here's this big old pickup driving behind you, and you got these legs bouncing out the front. You look in your rearview mirror, all you want to do is get over and get out of the pickup's way. So it helped. So now we go to the campground, and this is where it got really fun. We go to the campground, I see the lady, she's putting on my arm bracelet. She's going to go around and get my grandson's bracelet. And she walks to the front of my pickup and drops like a sack of potatoes on her knees, screaming because there's legs coming out the front of my... And exactly. So she peels herself up off the ground and says, I wasn't expecting legs hanging out the front of a truck. Put the arm bracelet on. Well, the way I backed in my campsite, I had two legs hanging out. So everybody's going by, they're taking pictures of the legs and whatnot. So this year I had to put them back. Go back to the campground. We had a new guy there, so we warned him about the legs because it was late when we arrived and we didn't want to scare him to the ground. So, hey, buddy, watch out for the legs. The what? The legs. Oh, that's cool. So now what I do, because when I'm driving, I'm getting people noticing my legs. And the one guy come up, he was laughing, and I said, hey, if you tickle my feet, I laugh too. But the greatest is I like hitting, I've got air horns on my truck, really loud horn, because they can't see my truck, so I need a loud horn, right? So now what I occasionally like to do when there's a window down and there's an unexpected person next to me, I'll give a little toot toot when the front fender is right by their window, and they turn like this and they see legs hanging out. It startles them. So I have to be careful because we don't want to be driving fast when I do that, because then we may cause an accident. But slowing down in traffic, in a turn lane, it's been entertaining. And it's for my entertainment purposes.
Of course it is. And Fran, if you're listening here, you might want to tell Tony he's not alone in the world. Her friend Tony has one of those horns that you're
the air horns.
One of those air horns here, and his is like super loud.
Yep, I love my air horn. Even works in the winter.
Oh yes, man, oh man.
So yes, it's from the truck to every. I guess I'm just a Halloween kind of guy. I like overall all the Halloween stuff, and even Nightmare. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about Nightmare on Chicago Street. Great event. I'll still support it. As far as the event and which it is. This year I've decided to step back from it. I've been there since 2016 was my first night there, and 17, 18, 19, and 20 I did things. 20 we did Little Park of Horrors. 21 I didn't do Little Park of Horrors. 22 we were back in Elgin. But this year I just decided to step away. But that's a crazy, crazy event for one night. I think they're capping tickets off at like 17,000 people, which is ridiculous for a 5-hour event to gather 17,000 people. They've expanded the areas in which they're doing it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't follow along, so I don't know how they've expanded it.
So is somebody else running Nightmare Alley, or is it Nightmare Alley not going to be there this year?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I am not.
That
part I don't know, because that was something that I was in charge of, but due to unforeseen circumstances, as I'll put it.
Okay.
I just, between what I'm doing at the haunt, what I'm doing for work, and then adding that to my plate, that was a real hard thing to have on my plate as well this year. And again, all respect to that program and what it is. It's just I wasn't fitting in for what I need to do. And just pulled myself away from it. It's just better that way. There's always something brewing, though, in the future, I will say. There's cool things going on in the future already that I can't say anything about, nor I will, but I always know something's going on that's going to be cool. And there's going to be cool things. We will work together, Joel.
All right. Well, hey, I definitely look forward to it here. So we are going to, it is 8:32 here, and it's got to take care of a little bit of business
We
here.
got to go business now. Is this where we grab the paper? And
No. This is where I grab the paper.
Oh.
You just sit there and look pretty. Yeah, right.
With this face.
Exactly.
With this lovely face. There is a segue there.
Yes. Yes, there is somewhere. But I totally
It's
went
my
over my
character's
head.
name.
What?
They named me Face.
They named you the Face.
They named me Face.
Just Face.
Face. How appropriate.
Well, I've
well
seen your face, and
these people didn't even know me, and they named me that. I was honored.
I'll bet you would. From the Harper Radio Weather Center, here is the forecast for the remainder of this evening. It is going to be cloudy skies, turning breezy. There is some rain going out there on and off. It's going to be a low around 42. Tomorrow, cloudy and turning breezy. Some rain at times, not all day. High of 57, low around 50. Friday, rainy, windy, locally heavy rainfall with some thundery spells. Is not out of the question. High near 60, but going down to the 50s by the late evening. For your weekend, it's going to rain.
Oh, boy.
It's a good thing your thing is indoors, right?
Boy, yeah, we're all indoors. We're covered, waiting.
That is awesome.
It is. And they even got heat in there, too. So, covered, waiting
better.
with heat.
Boy, you just got carte blanche, man, this year.
We're doing well in that place.
I'll bet you are. Occasional rain, cool, damp, and breezy, high of 56. And then Sunday for the Bears game,
rain,
if you care. Soldier Field, it's going to be, breezy and cool, some showery spells. So you
Winds off the lake about 900 miles an hour.
High around 55.
Oh, it'll be a nice day for a ball game.
Indeed. I'm looking forward. Bear weather.
Bear weather.
Bear weather.
Yep.
And as always here, you are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College as Board of Trustees. The thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and are not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. When we come back here, we're going to wrap things up here with Russ and hopefully give you a couple of quick sports updates here, like the Blackhawks and so forth, when we come back. All right?
Hey there, morning person. Carson Starr here. Have you heard the news? The Star Spotlight is now on 7 days a week.
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
60 minutes of commercial-free music to get your day started right.
right. Monday,
Rise and shine. Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
The Star Spotlight every day at 6 and 9 a.m. here on Harper Radio.
This place has a pulse. You hear it in the canopy, feel it in the ground. Life, fully illuminated, engulfs you. From the birds singing in the treetops above to the tiniest insects in the soil below. You take a deep, cleansing breath, filling your lungs with the essence of the forest. Now, imagine it's all gone. Healthy, life-giving forests reduced to nothing. No singing birds, no lush canopy, and water and food in short supply around the world. Time is running out to protect our forests, and without our love, they can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our forests. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Hey, don't turn that dial. More J&J Etc Show is next on 88.3 FM WHCM.
What if I could tell you when a wildfire was going to happen? Of course, I can't, but shouldn't you be ready anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
It is 8:36 here on a Wednesday evening at WHCM 88.3 FM. As always, you can listen to us worldwide at harperradio.com. just go to the site there, listen live, and you can hear yours truly and my guest, or on another day when Jared is here. And again, tonight we are also on YouTube Live, so if you're able to take a look at it, stream us and see our beautiful faces.
It's weird to do radio with a camera.
Isn't
First
it?
time I did radio, he said, "You're going to be on YouTube," and I went, "What? What do you mean?" I did look good that day because that was the first time I did radio with that particular guy. It was the first day I wore my suit and tie. Because I had to dress up. I was doing radio.
Right.
You got to look good on radio.
Exactly. I look. I was a little bummed that Jared decided to take the night off tonight here, because we were going to actually have you dress up in something and
nice of you to tell me.
It was your idea.
And scared the wits out of him. Yeah, we could have crawled in and done that. Wouldn't have taken much.
No, it wouldn't.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, Jared scares very easily.
I probably wouldn't get past security is where the problem would be, getting in the building. Who are you? Oh, I'm going to the radio station. Not dressed like that, you're not.
So we were so
good thing they don't let me take my costume home.
Oh, so leave it there, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got a whole costume area too that we get dressed in, and dressing rooms.
So what time do you guys actually have to be there to get ready for the show?
Hour before.
That's it, really?
I'm called at 6. Some people are called at 5. It just depends on what their makeup is, because we're a rolling call for makeup. I come in at 6. We're ready by 7.
Okay.
So I think some of the crew comes in at 5. I just know I come in at 6.
Now, so the makeup crew, they come in there and they can leave when they're done with doing their
they're
thing.
there all night long.
They're whole night long, really.
Yep.
Oh,
Just
okay.
in case we need something. Costume and makeup are all one entity, so they stick around all night for us in case we need something.
Have you had a lot of wardrobe malfunctions, or has it been pretty?
No, my robe's been pretty tight around me.
Yeah.
That beautiful robe they gave me.
Oh yeah.
It is pretty.
Yeah, you definitely looked awesome that night. I tell you.
It's only gotten better.
I'll bet. So okay, so I here's the probably question that hopefully our 100-watt circle of friends are probably wanting to know here is, what does it cost to go to this hunt?
I don't even know. I know it's somewhere in the $40 range, which is price point where everybody else is at.
Okay.
This week they sent out some discount coupons and things like that, flyers. So it's in the range of the $40.
Okay.
I'm in the back. It's not something I got to worry about.
Right. I understand.
But I heard it's in that range.
Okay.
And there's discount codes out there, I'm sure, all over the place.
Now you basically, it sounds like this is a reservation thing. So is this all done online through an app?
You go to their website, Terra Roulette, and they direct you to tickets. You can walk through the door and get tickets.
Okay.
It is as far as I know, you can walk through the door and get tickets. There's got to be a way to do that because not everybody goes online. So, if you're visiting the Arboretum and want to go over and say, hey, there's a haunted house, I'd do it.
Okay.
So,
but you mentioned that these are timed shows here, so obviously time slots can fill up very quickly.
Right. The first couple weeks, that was the drill because, all time slots weren't filled because we're the new guy on the block. As the season goes on, I'm sure that would change.
So during these first couple of weeks here, because you guys are already started doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that's up. So
yeah, the buffet has started. That's what
that was good. So have you had any lengthy breaks between groups at all, or has it been pretty
nothing
flow,
like what we
flow?
used to experience?
Okay.
They got a pretty good flow. This past weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we had a good flow all weekend. Ticket sales, because it's getting closer to Halloween.
Right.
We're starting to get out there as far as the word goes, as far as the haunt. So, yeah, those slots are, again, I'm not in the tickets, but I know
Right.
how the season goes, how it builds up to October 31st, because we're open Halloween night as well.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
I only know Halloween night is not the night to run a haunted house. Only because when I ran my haunted house, we were open that one Halloween night, remember? And half the cast didn't show up.
Oh.
Nor do they tell you they're not going to show up because it's Saturday night. They just decided to go to a party.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not very fair to the other 25 that wanted to play haunted house.
Right.
So hopefully nobody does that on our team this year because that's going to be a big night.
Hopefully there's maybe there's a little incentive there from, right?
I'll be in my neighborhood with Morbid because I've been requested to run around with Morbid in my neighborhood and hand out my bucket of candy. Because Morbid holds a big 5-gallon bucket worth of candy. He's a big guy.
Morbid is
a big guy.
Big guy.
So we do that, and then I'll haunt afterwards. So it's going to be a fun Halloween night. I've never ran candy and then gone and scared in one night. Should be different.
So the Morbid Face night, huh?
Yeah, Morbid and Face. Yep.
Morbid and Face.
Will be debuting.
And here I thought you had the face of Morbid.
No. Yeah, kind
you
of.
like that one?
Eventually I will.
Well, yep. That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Give me 100 years, I'll look just like the guy.
Okay. Well, I honestly, I appreciate you, spending your time here with us here. I know you are a busy guy, and
this time of year especially.
Yep.
All angles included. The haunted and the heating sides of everything.
All right, but this has been a lot of fun, and we'll definitely have to have you come back here maybe in the springtime here. I'll be hopefully a little bit thinner and.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'll be a little bit older. I'll still come if you're not. I'll still be here if you're not thinner.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate
Either
that.
way,
So when we come back, we will kind of wrap things up here as we do have Gerard coming on here shortly after us here on the J&J Etc Show, WHCM 88.3 FM. And we'll be back in a flash.
What if I could tell you that a full-blown wildfire was going to occur tomorrow, right where you live? Tell you exactly which neighborhoods it would engulf and how fast it would do it. The first thing you would do is talk with your loved ones and make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a wildfire will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you make a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
I'm not throwing you are free. You are free to sit here if you'd like.
Okay, I'll
gotta do one thing here.
Are you a student? If so, activate your free membership in Building M Health and Recreational Center, including Harper employees and their dependents using a tuition waiver. Students must be enrolled in one credit class during the current semester. You can activate your membership at the welcome desk before entering the facility. Check out the pool, gaming room, basketball courts, fitness center, and much more.
You get their prescriptions, make their lunch, and call the doctor. You try to give them every minute you possibly can. But do you try to take a minute for yourself? When you help care for a loved one, you work hard to make sure they're safe and comfortable. But it's just as important to find some time to care for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. Again, that's aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Let this stuff fan on mode. Oh, here he is.
All right. We are back. It is 8:48 here. I'll go turn this mic on here for you. Hey, Gerard, how you doing?
Not bad.
Not bad?
No, I'm enjoying everything.
Oh, wait, I got the wrong mic on here. Hang on. Duh!
Oh, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, no, I'm not bad. I'm ready to throw some tunes down tonight. I've been spending most of yesterday curating today's list, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we're doing some stuff from the UK.
From the UK?
So, we're going through a rap drought here. Now, I listen to hip-hop as well, but here in the States, now this is my opinion, obviously, but it seems like rap is just taking a turn for the worse, while over in the UK they're going through a renaissance.
Right.
No.
Okay. Well, I am looking forward to listening to it here. I'm trying to figure out this whole YouTube live here, and I'm moving a bunch of screens that I probably shouldn't be opening here. I'm going to probably get shot before the night's over here.
Amen.
Yeah, so close that.
At least it's nice and dark in here.
Well, yeah, I have like the little ambiance. This is actually, I think it was Erica's idea, Russ. Yeah, is it?
Good touch.
Yes, I thought it was. I thought it was here. I'm going to try to find, that's one thing I hate about Apple products here. Trying to find this is what I need, right?
Yes.
Nope, that's not it.
Steve left a legacy of both good and bad. Plenty good and plenty bad.
Yeah. Okay, I will hopefully find what I need here in just a second. Okay. Yeah, this is all going well here on radio.
Great radio.
Is it though?
I don't know if quiet radio or this is better.
Well, what can I tell you here? It's
welcome to the J&J Show. It is a quiet storm.
Yeah, right. And the storm is definitely brewing here. So
rain over the next couple days.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get this. We'll get this figured out somehow.
It's definitely a reminder that it's fall, and I'm not looking forward to the snow anytime soon. But
no.
I guess it'll make for some good football.
We have to have a good football team.
Yeah, well, I'm a Packers fan, so I can't help you on that.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You're a Packers fan.
That was another game that I watched.
Yeah,
we got beat by a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, but at least we just got beat too. So we're what?
Yeah, there was a little bit. I kind of watched a little bit of that game. That was a pretty good game, actually.
I've always said, as long as they beat the Bears twice, that's my Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah, we used to have that kind of opinion too, and then Lovey became our coach, and we haven't won against the Packers since.
But Lovey wasn't a bad coach, though.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, no.
He wanted to beat the Packers every year.
Yeah, he definitely did.
That was his goal.
I don't think Jay did, though. I think Jay was definitely the best thing that ever happened to the Packers. So.
Yeah, it just.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, for sure. Sure.
Jay, who's Jay?
Yeah, smoking Jay Cutler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember. See, I'm not a football guy.
No worries.
See this drag racing stuff? I know far more about
That's
that.
All right. I'll probably upset a few more people when I tell them I'm a Jeff Gordon fan. So
that's all right. I am too.
Oh,
I
you're doing all right then.
I'm all right. I like Jeff. He's doing great things now.
Byron's doing a great job in Gordon's car.
Yep.
So
Gordon's running the whole operation up there. He does all the operations for Rick Hendrick.
Well, he was doing it for long enough. He should know what he's doing at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't watched it in a while, though. I haven't checked out. I don't know if things have changed, but it seemed like apparently things have changed for the better, but I couldn't tell you one way or the other. So
I watch every week, and it's the car racing has gotten a little better because the new car has been a little bit different as far as the competitiveness of it.
So what major changes have they made?
The car itself.
Okay.
They're on like the next generation 12 car.
Okay.
To where it's a safer car. It drives different. There's one lug nut on the tires now.
Oh wow!
So
that's just wild to me. Seeing the one lug nut there. I mean, I get it somehow has to lock in there because looking at how they, I guess the mechanism on the wheel
locks it in.
It locks it in. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. As long as they get it to that point. Because if they don't, the tire comes off on the track. They get suspended.
So I'd imagine it takes a certain amount of torque just to make sure that it's at that point.
Yeah, because there's big suspension. There's big fines now if the tire comes off on the track.
Oh yeah, no.
The crew chief gets suspended for 2 weeks, and so does 2 team members.
Has it happened at all yet? Or?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it happened the first week.
Nice.
Like 2 tires after the first caution. Oh, there goes a couple tires. They didn't do it right. Suspensions followed.
Yeah.
Because they don't want tires flying off at 100 miles an hour.
Well, I mean, that you've got the fencing there, but I mean, anything can happen.
Over.
Yeah.
Over. In fact, out at Sycamore Speedway, there was a bad accident. A tire bounced. It went straight up and came right through on the guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When was this?
That was probably a good 20 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, I used to go out to Sycamore. I haven't been to the Speedway in a long time now.
You ought to go. That's how we keep our local tracks open.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine who's right across the street, literally, and he loves going every time they race. So
best $12 you could spend on a Friday or Saturday night.
No kidding.
Anytime.
Yeah.
You know, for all that entertainment.
Especially on the cornfields. It's like, what do you got other than the drag strip and maybe what's happening in DeKalb?
Right. Not much.
Yeah.
Not much. But that's a good local track over there. You know, I
Okay.
love my local tracks.
All right. Well, you know what, Gerard, I am going to turn the reins here over to you here. So I'm going to.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Not quite here, but it'll be easier for me to do.
We could have went on a little bit further, but I'm going to leave now.
I mean, you can talk about yourselves here if you'd like.
I do that enough, Joe. I do that enough.
Anyways, a quick thing again. Thank you to Russ for
having me.
For being here with us here. Thanks again to Dylan Gavin with his sports updates earlier this evening here, and of course to Jarrett DeFato, who is not with us here physically, but he is listening at home here. Thanks again for all your hard work. And we will be back next Wednesday. For the
That's all, folks.
We will be back next week here with the J&J Etc Show, and everybody have a great night.
Good night.
Adios.
88.3 FM, Harper College.
Hey, this is Zach from Makeout Monday, and you are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
Right. I did my first radio.